Store Podcast. I am your host. OMD300. And yo, it's February the 3rd, I think. Yes, February the 3rd, Tuesday, 2026. Welcome to the Corner Store Podcast. Man, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Right now. Namely, let's start off first with a subject that is just really chapping my behind. The subject is the Grammy Awards. And what does any of these award shows mean anymore, especially with streaming? And a lot of new artists now are going into making vinyl records. Vinyl records is the new thing, and the reason why is because streaming has become so lucrative for the record labels or the distributors by only, streaming people for a penny a stream. You got to get 4 million streams just to make like $20,000. A lot of artists, namely DJ Premier, Nas, a bunch of New York artists, Jadakiss, a bunch of different people are now pressing vinyl records. Not only a vinyl record, a collector's item, it's also going to resurge an interest in people buying stereophonic equipment like turntables and things like that. And also the DJs are going to have a resurgence in using vinyl records versus using their digital DJing devices. The world is changing, and the Grammy Awards is weird as fuck. Grammy Awards is no longer an award show where they celebrate the artistry of musicians, rappers, hip hop artists, pop stars, rock and rollers. It is a cult. The performance by Lady Gaga and different artists is just becoming real ritualistic and satanic. More and more and more. Basically, I think when that boy a couple years ago, whatever his name is, I hate that he uses the name Nas, Lil Twizzy X Nas, Twizzy, whatever his name is. He was caught out in Hollywood last year at 3:00 in the morning walking around in his tidy whities. If that don't tell you right now that there's some ritualistic, psychotic, demonic shit that's going on, not only in the film industry or the entertainment industry as a whole, the music industry for sure. They're obviously out for the ears of everyone, but the most easily influenced, obviously, are our young teenagers. I don't want to sound like one of these, I ain't conservative, I'm not liberal, I'm nothing. I have opinions on everything in regards to what I think and deem is necessary for kids, and anything that's not adult oriented, don't play it for the kids. That's the reason why kids act the way they do today. That's the reason why kids act like they know more than people that's been here 20, 30 years before them. You know what I'm saying? The influence of these artists. There's all kind of, now music has become even more thugged out. Now you got beef between Lady Gaga and Miley Cyrus, and that used to only happen in rap shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why rappers would beef with each other. Most of them come from the hood, where the hood ain't nothing but competition. People are always talking about why blacks are so rough around the edges. Why this? We come from nothing. You made it so hard for us to exist that we compete. We eat each other alive in the low income and inner cities of America. We eat each other alive. We can't help but feed off of each other because you guys won't give nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think there's a term about being black? You made it out of the ghetto. Nobody should have to use that fucking statement. You made it out. What kind of shit is that? That's like you was in jail. They keep us in the mentality of being locked up, even when you're so-called free and you living somewhere. I know people that their whole life is a 10, 15 block radius. They don't know nothing but that. Make that shit make sense. And you got Grammy Awards. And see, that's how desperate we are as a people. All of these black artists out there that Perfect example. Kendrick Lamar. This is the controversy that really pissed me off because I'm a big K-Dot fan. I love Kendrick Lamar. Why in the fuck would you let that dude? I don't got no problem with Hispanics at all. Some of my best partners is Hispanic. Sad Dangerous, Hub Boy. What's up, DJ old boy name? DJ. God, I can't think of his name right now. I don't know why I didn't fucking call a blank. But anyway, I got a lot of Hispanic homies. As some of my other black friends do. Hell, my neighbor is two Sal's. They across the street from me. One right next to each other, Salvatore. Saul. One of them might be Saul. I don't know, but they both Sal for short. Cool as hell. Why in the hell would you put Lefty Gunplay on that song to win a Grammy for saying 3-4 words? And also the delusion that's going on in some of these artists. Just because you go and put 50,000 tattoos all over your fucking face and you put grills in your mouth like a black person, you're not a rapper. Dude is horrible. Then he has on top of that, before he even did anything with K-Dot, he talking about how he wouldn't let his daughter date a black man. If that ain't about the most racist bullshit, and then you go over there and put your weak ass whack hook on that beautifully tight ass song that he made, talking about some scary, creepy, hilarious, and you win a Grammy for that, that just tells me the times that we living in the world. Crazy, creepy, stupid, hilarious. What? Get that shit out of here, man. When he added that to the song, I believe it fucked the song up. I hate hearing that version. That version of the song is boo-boo. Give me the regular one. Give me the regular one. You know what I'm saying? The one where it was celebrating, not just celebrating blacks, the one where it was getting that Drake bitch ass. A pretender brother. A motherfucker that's winning. That's they boy. You know that's the music industry's boy. When they manufacture, we can, you know what? When people like Drake come out, that only proves that the industry is saying, just like the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and all those groups, all those were clone groups from New Edition and Boys to Men and Another Bad Creation and High Five and all of the black groups. That's a slap. And same thing with the Korean pop, with the K-pop bullshit. It's all fucking, people will say, oh, imitation is flattery. Nah, it's not flattery. It's not flattery when they put that shit ahead of people who paved the way for them to do that fucking fake imitation ass shit, man. One Direction from Europe. So everybody around the world got themselves a boy band or a girl band. You know what I'm saying? Like New Edition and all that. They see us do it, then they want to do it because it's making money. But they'll put trillions and billions of dollars behind those artists. They won't get that same love to a black artist. We had to wade through the bullshit just to get to the fuck where we are. But then you got these Grammy Awards, these award shows like the Grammys and shit. That's all they doing is feeding our kids a bunch of demonic images and everything. That Lady Gaga performance, if you don't think that chick, look at the chick. I don't dislike Lady Gaga. I don't know Lady Gaga. But it's funny how they manufacture and recycle. She ain't nothing but an uglier version of Madonna. Let's just keep it 100, man. You can't tell me that Lady Gaga is attractive. You can't tell me that Lady Gaga is attractive. She got a moose face. I ain't the most handsome man in the world. I can admit that. You know, I get all the time, ladies be like, oh, you're handsome. You're a good looking guy. You know, and I appreciate that. And really, if my mom always said, if you ain't got something good to say, don't say nothing. But in this instance, I got to call a spade a spade. Shorty is Gargamel. That's Gargamel niece right there. On my mama. And she making music for devils and demonic shit. Who's listening to that shit? I don't listen to it. Who is listening? Who is that stuff geared to? Matter of fact, who is Taylor Swift music geared to? The bubble gum, the roller skate. You can't roller skate to the shit. I guess you could if you was. I guess I can't look. I like a lot of different art. I used to like Avril Lavigne. She was cool little songster. Hell, I like what's the old girl name? That one song she had about being on the bus with God or something back in the day. I've liked a lot of white art. Hell, I like Britney Spears' little whack ass at one time. She had a couple of little grooves. But it ain't about the color, it's about the content. It's about the content. The Grammys lost. The Grammys is trash. And guess what else about the Grammys? This is gonna kill you. Listen to this. This fucked me up. This fucked me up. I gotta make sure I got this up. Well, check this out, man. When I heard this, my heart was broke.
Oh, there is this woman that admits that
this is
Grammys are rigged.
Is the awards process corrupt? It's rigged.
Rigged. In some of the comments of this video, they're saying Nicki Minaj has been saying that this shit was rigged. I think a lot of artists have said it, that this shit is fucking rigged, right? Like something is up. Even Chris Brown has mentioned, a lot of artists have said this shit is bullshit, especially with the black artists. You always know.
Now, why the fuck are we looking at these shows if we know that this shit is rigged? Why are we looking at this shit? Why are we watching? I don't watch the Grammys. 10 million people supposedly watched that show last night. American Music Awards, bullshit. America supposedly chooses those people, bullshit. All of it. The Oscars is coming up here this month, I believe. Who believe, or maybe March? It might be March. Who believes in the Oscars? Who believes that shit ain't? It's been rigged forever. There's been movies. When The Color Purple didn't win no Oscars at all, I knew the shit was bullshit. There's no way you get almost as many nominations as Sinners has this year. And watch they try to dog Sinners. They're gonna let Sinners win a couple, but the main people, Michael B. Jordan, they might let Delroy Lindo win. They might let Delroy Lindo win for Best Supporting Actor. They might let, it's not going to win Best Picture. They're going to let the Best Picture go to a movie where a black chick is eating white men's booties and shit. And that's that damn DiCaprio and Sean Penn, the best something, whatever, whatever the hell in there. I don't have the name of it right now. You know what I'm talking about. You can Google that shit.
You have to tell your truth. You have to tell your truth.
Check this out.
Deborah Dugan says last week the Recording Academy offered her millions of dollars if she would keep her silence. She refused.
Is the awards process corrupt? It's rigged.
12,000 Academy members vote to determine the top 20 nominees for a Grammy Award. But Dugan, alongside her attorney, says committees who pick the final nominees can be influenced.
You're saying that in some cases, the nominating process has the involvement of people who have an interest in the nominations, artists who might be nominated are in the room. Absolutely.
And not just the artists, it's the people who have business affiliations with the artists as well.
Could represent the artist.
Don't this shit sound familiar? It's just like a senator or a congressman who knows about stocks or about a business that's going to fold before it folds and they can pull their money out of the stock market or before they lose. It's insider trading even in the music business. It's insider trading even in sports. I don't really give a shit about the NFL Hall of Fame, but I don't know if you heard Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots and the former coach of the New England Patriots, did not. These are two first. If you're going to talk about real shit, let's keep it a band. These are two motherfuckers that should be first ballot NFL Hall of Famers. Neither one of them got in. Now, all of these people on sports shows that talk about the reason why, Deflategate, they was taping people. You don't think other teams have been doing shit to cheat too? You fucking crazy. You don't win. Now, do I think some of New England's Super Bowls was rigged? Yeah, I think that. If you look at the playoffs and you see all the holding that was going on, for the New England Patriots linemen. Them motherfuckers went all pro and they be holding the shit out of people. Dudes be trying to get away, holding their hands up like this nigga's holding my shoulder pads. Can't even get away. The ref just turned his head. Now, is that true for them to win 6 Super Bowls? 6 Super Bowls. I ain't saying the shit is impossible. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying you got to have a lot of help to win 6 Super Bowls. But even with all of that, if 2 people deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, if 2 motherfuckers deserve to be in the NFL Hall of Fame, that's Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick, just by the fact that they won 6 Super Bowls as a fucking organization in the NFL. Now back to the Grammys. You can't fucking tell me that Lefty Gunplay deserve a Grammy for saying crazy, scary, stupid, ridiculous, or whatever that shit he said on that GNX joint. You cannot tell me that he deserved a Grammy for that. There's no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And then to have to top it off, if this shit is rigged like this lady says, the fucking music industry offering her millions of dollars not to say what she's saying, I'm surprised she ain't been bumped off. All they're gonna do is deny until they notice that the record streams or the streams of their artists are starting to go down and they're not making the same money. It's all about the pocketbook. It's all about the pocketbook, man. It's all about the billfold. It's all about money. Politics. It's about money. The music industry is about money. That's all we're doing here. They'll take your artistic talent, they'll monetize it, they'll put it in a shoebox with a big bow on it, and they'll sell it. They sell it. That's all they want to do. If aliens came here and they crash landed and we found out if you take a piece of their body and it can cure everything, guess what? A motherfucker gonna try to sell that alien part. They're gonna try to chop that alien up and sell them as a new super food or something. That's how crazy this fucking planet is. That's the reason why Corner Store got a new symbol that's showing the globe, because that's the little blue marble that we all stay on with all of these psycho motherfuckers that's gotta have so much money that they're on a ship that they never see land. They're on a boat with every fuck. This is a crazy world. There are fucking some billionaires who never go to a house. They got a super yacht with helicopters on them, and his helicopters, I know I'm just being funny, with helicopters on them and jet skis and lifeboats, and it's a super yacht, damn near like a fucking ocean liner. And they never fucking do nothing but touch port after port after port. That's all they do. They might stay on land a couple days, but they out at sea. They that rich. They think they so good that they can't be around regular motherfuckers. You got pastors, billionaire pastors. Make that make sense. Billionaire pastors laughing at their congregation in their face while they're passing the compensation plate around. That's what I call it. Passing that motherfucker around, laughing, talking about how big their house are, how many planes they bought. You know what I'm saying? What other billionaire sold them a plane that was so cheap, and then have the nerve to sit there and say, I need that plane because I can't be in a commercial plane with a bunch of commoners. He warned us, he said demons, meaning that because he supposedly saved, all of the rest of the people ain't saved, so they ain't nothing but a bunch of demons. What he really meant was commoners. These dudes have a special place in fucking hell, and I'm telling you, I don't know if I don't know how many motherfuckers want to be playing chess in the fiery pits of hell while they nuts is being fried off for eternity. I certainly don't like that picture. That just sound fucked up. But so yeah, I'm just keeping it a band with you.
Are in the room.
Yes.
What about the allegation that artists have made that it is predominantly white, that the decisions are being made by males? Is that true?
It is true. It's predominantly white males that call the shots.
She says Sunday night, artists up for Song of the Year took spots from Ariana Grande and Ed Sheeran.
When you move somebody up, somebody comes out. And I was in the room, and I did see that happen.
The Academy said today spurious allegations claiming members or committees use our process to push forward nominations for artists they have relationships with are categorically false, misleading, and wrong. Dugan took over the Academy from CEO Neil Portnow and is now making dramatic accusations about him.
It is, I believe, a fact that he, as the head of the Recording Academy, did have sex with a young...
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Woman who would love to get a Grammy. So that in itself, I think, is a fireable offense.
But Portnow says the board's executive committee conducted an investigation and he was completely exonerated. The Academy also says Dugan never raised these grave allegations until after her former assistant filed a complaint against her for a toxic and intolerable work environment and engaged.
So that's their rebuttal to her claims that the Grammy is rigged. The Grammys are rigged. And I'm going to guarantee you this right now. If the Grammys is rigged, there's a possibility that the Super Bowl is about to be played as scripted. If the Super Bowl is scripted, that means the NBA finals and all of the playoffs during the NBA is scripted. Well, it's obvious WWE's been scripted, and they label it as sports entertainment, meaning these guys aren't really mad at each other. And even if they are, they can't truly take out any frustrations on each other. I guess they could, but they have to do it within the confines and not injuring, one of their fellow colleagues. Sometimes these injuries happen. Sometimes these injuries lead to death. Owen Wilson, not Owen Wilson, Owen Hart from the Hart Foundation, brother of, I forget the other guy, Bret Hart, the Canadian wrestlers, and Jim Nine Hart. Yeah, man, this is a crazy world. I'm telling you. Even Vince McMahon got blood on his hands. That's why he retired. His old ass sitting back somewhere. He probably on one of them yachts I was talking about. Never to hit no port unless you need to gas up and get some food. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. These people have a lot to answer for, and they think because they got so much money they can hide. You can't hide from the light of the man upstairs. He see all of this shit. And all of these instances where you see niggas like Mitch McConnell and all these dudes, people are chalking up as them being old when they're standing there and they're asked a question on live television and they freeze up like they seeing something and they just stand there and then somebody had to come grab them and walk them off. Oh, we're going to take a break, Mr. McConnell. You know what they're seeing? They're seeing God. They're seeing demons. They're seeing God probably like, in a minute, you're going to be dead. You see these things right here? They're going to get your ass. If y'all haven't seen these instances with some of these senators that you know is evil as hell and probably played with little kids and stuff, be sitting up there at the podium trying to talk and all of a sudden they just freeze up. They have a lock moment. It didn't happen to people today. Oh, you know why? They getting the messages from the other side that we want your ass. We want you. When you pass away, you coming to us. There is a special place in hell for all of you people. Yeah, you can have all your fun on earth you want to. The devil telling your ass, oh man, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to make you rich. You're going to become the president. I'm going to make you a star in the movies. I'm going to make you a great singer. That's what he come. That's what the devil come with that. I'll make you great. You're going to be great. The only thing is, you have to sign this contract in blood. And when your ass finally die, we got some prizes for you. Lil Nas X, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Becoming a rapper? Rapping with Miley Cyrus, old demonic ass, and her daddy? Riding a horse? Becoming number one just to be in Hollywood? Walking around switching your ass in some white fucking underwear and some boots on in 3 o'clock in the morning? Was it worth it signing up with the devil? Huh? On earth, y'all motherfuckers think you chilling. Got a little house. I guarantee you be in that house and the walls be closed. Ask yourself, why do rich people buy the biggest fucking houses they can find? Because the walls be closing in on their ass. That's why. Yeah, the walls be closing in on their ass. Just to let y'all know, these are some of the stuff.
I'm just sickened by it.
Listen
I'm
to
so
this.
sickened. I'm actually like shaking right now. I want to cry. Like it makes me so sick. And it has a wedding ring on. Like, real? How does he go home to his wife and the wife will look at him in the face?
And Lisa Phillips, survivor, advocate, and host of the From Now On podcast, joins me right now. Lisa, I'm glad to have you as always. And this podcast was shared yesterday. What are you feeling today? And do you have any answers to that last question, which, by the way, has crossed my mind too?
Yeah, I was just in the moment in that podcast. It's been an emotional roller coaster the last few days amongst us survivors, just not only for what happened to us, just knowing what has happened to so many others. And when you're aware of abuse, in my case, 18 to 24-year-olds, and
That's what we are. That's what the fuck we are. We in a fucking bizarre world. Women who have been raped, babies, little girls who have been raped on an island that they could not escape from. Some people have the nerve to say, where were the parents? Most parents ain't got no control over their kids most of the time. I ruled my kids with an iron fist. I used to be on their ass about everything. Where you going? Where you gonna be? Call me. Let me know. I couldn't keep tabs on them all the time. I'd be lying if I could. But the fact of the matter is, man, this world got pedos in it. And these grown women have grew up with the scars. And the Justice Department is backed by Donald Trump. He done put all these people. This is the reason why you got to vet everybody. But see, them motherfuckers understood the game. They understood that they had to have everybody in place to be able to be as sick and as disgusting as these fuckers have been. Trump has admitted it himself that if once he gets out of office and he's going to try his best to figure out a way not to leave, that he knows that he's going to prison. He said it. And this could happen as soon as November when the midterm elections happen and they get the Democrats or whoever. And it's a goddamn shame. I don't trust neither side. Democrats, Republicans, all of y'all are full of shit. Full of shit. Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, all of them. I don't give a fuck what the little bitch that's the majority leader with the glasses from the Republican side on the map. We don't know who's who. MAGA, Tea Party. What the fuck? Lock that man. Just like whoever is Grizz. I see you in the live chat. You goddamn right. Lock all them motherfuckers up. All of them. We need to scrap this shit. We need Ilhan Omar. We need that little Puerto Rican senator, that little chick that's supposed to be in the squad. You know damn well that they ask, when they name you, when them fuckers from the conservative side name you and call you a name like the squad or like what's old girl name? Maxine Waters is a senator, a senator from Los Angeles who started the Maxine Waters School over there in Watts, right there on Central, down street from Bourbon Day. And basically Watts Compton. And they used to call her James Brown because of her hairstyle. These motherfuckers be disrespecting sisters, disrespecting women, disrespecting motherfuckers. When they do that to you, those are the people we need to be putting in power. The people they talk shit about, because those are people who want to see progress in this government and want to see everybody get a fair shake. That's all motherfuckers want, is a fair shake in this world, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I saw what you said. I'm gonna tell you the problem I have with the two people you just mentioned. Was Diddy trying to empower us as Black people? Yes. But see, the problem is you can't be trying to do good shit when you got too many skeletons in your fucking closet. You can't, when you Black and you become a famous person or a person of industry, you cannot do the same things that these white people do. They have the fiscal and financial power in this country. They may not be the majority populace wise in America, but it don't take you to be majority. All it takes you to have is money and the fucking means to back up any play that you got. That's all you need. R. Kelly and Diddy found that out the hard way. OJ Simpson found that out the hard way. You can't play both sides. You either a nigga or you not. And I don't mean nigga in a bad way. I mean Nigga. There's a difference. Nigger is the one they call us. Don't try to play both sides. Don't try to be having sex with kids and think they're not going to come for you when you don't do what they want you to do. They want you to have these skeletons because they'll have something on your ass to play a power play. They can't fuck with Obama like that. They couldn't impeach Obama, and they can't fucking fuck up his credibility. Dude is squeaky clean. Yes, if there's some political skeletons in his closet about who he grew up with, who his adopted parents were. There's a lot of things you can talk shit. Now, and believe me, I'm not an Obama fan. I think he held himself in a high ass regard, and he did the best he could as the first black president, because there was a lot of shit that man could have did as a black president for us, but he knew he couldn't do that because they would have got him out of there some kind of way. He had to play both sides, and that's one thing about black people in politics. You just can't go too. You can't. They won't let you, man. They won't let you. They won't let you. Racism is everywhere. It's in the commentation of sports athletes. They're super fucking critical of black quarterbacks. They lose a game. This boy that played for the Texans, he lost that game in the playoffs and had all them turnovers. These white boy sports commentators ate his ass alive. He sucks. Any other quarterback could have did better than that. But as soon as Josh Allen, the one that they think is the great next big thing, like he's what's the boy named Tom Brady? He fuck up in a game the same fucking way, turning over the ball. Oh, it was the refereeing. Oh, well, his teammates didn't do their job. Nothing, no criticism of him. He's got the right complexion for the reflection, man. That's all that is, man. These people can get away with murder. They can get away with murder. Trump said it. I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and I wouldn't lose any votes. These white people want to hang on to their whiteness and to their power that bad. You see it in the commercials, and the entertainment industry is not fucking around. They're pushing these narratives. Every other commercial that you see on TV today has a mixed relationship. I don't have a problem with that. That's the reality of the country. But if you continue to be honest like that in media, it's going to scare the shit out of middle America and the southern part of America. Oh, Lord, our purity, our purity, our purity. You weren't pure to begin with. If half of the fucking country's white people did at Ancestry.com, you're going to find out you got some black in your ass. Yeah. Black DNA. Oh, no, I'm Scandinavian, German, Irish, and Polish. You think so? And you probably are all those things. But you got some black DNA in there. Some of the most hardened racists have underwent their DNA analysis, being crazy. Rob Schneider, the motherfucker that Adam Sandler be putting in his movies. This motherfucker swear he white. Guess what? Rob Schneider, not Rob Sandler. Rob Schneider is Filipino. Make that shit Go look it up. Rob Schneider, the dude from the Animal movie, the dude that was on Saturday Night Live, the dude that be in all the Adam Sandler movies, he's MAGA, talking about blacks and transvestites, talking about everybody, and he's a motherfucking Filipino trying to pass as a white man. These people hate who they truly are. They hate where they came from. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. All of them MAGA people that go to them rallies, you would see the same people at rallies all across the country. That's the reason why you motherfuckers is not doing well. You ain't working. You out there following Trump, using your last motherfucking bit of gas to follow these motherfuckers. And they was following this motherfucker's bus, going from city to city. They had to have been paying these people. And if you don't think this last election, which was a close ass election really between him and Kamala Harris, possibly could have been rigged some way. And see, remember, whenever them motherfuckers say it was rigged, fake news, what they're trying to create is this narrative of distrust. And they're the ones who actually rig elections. They're the ones who try to intimidate voters. They're the ones who try to create legislation for voter registration and restriction. They want to try to rig the game so they can stay in office and say people love them. Donald Trump needs the admiration of all of these people because he's absolutely a narcissist and he's motherfucking insane. And also doo-dooed on himself on national TV the other day. He absolutely took a shit on himself. Watch the video. Donald Trump took a shit on himself in the Oval Office. That the White House would never, ever be the same. It wasn't shit to begin with. And I'll continue to say that about this country until the day I leave here, because you still have not amended the Constitution that decrees that black people are not even full human beings. And one thing I've often said about my people, and not everybody is your people if they got black skin or brown skin. There are more white people out there cooler than some of the black people you know. Nicki Minaj is a piece of shit. I had on Snoop's t-shirt the other day, and I still like that t-shirt and I rock it, but I'm so disappointed in bro. I know you got bills to pay, my nigga. I know you got bills and grandkids and your son, and you need them ducats. And I know you want to keep working. You getting older now, and you like, fuck that, man. I need these millions. But don't sell your fucking soul, bro. Don't sell your soul. Ludicrous. Come on, man. You got bread too. Why y'all? That's why you pulled out of that. You thought you was gonna get a quick meal ticket or quick little funds doing about 3-4 of your songs and shit. Same thing with Nelly. These motherfuckers want to keep their status. You're not the same. Y'all niggas should have been investing your money, man. If you got other things going on, how much money do you need that you got to go ahead and support dude? They came to y'all, they asked you to fuck with them. You'd have been like, politely, man, I'm going to have to pass on that. You know why y'all scared? Because they got these people out there creating narratives about people. And then they start losing jobs. Y'all scary as hell because you guys have insight on what's going on out there. The guy who just bought CBS, MAGA. The guy who just bought the New York Post, Variety Magazine, Rolling Stone, MAGA. That's the dude that's talking shit all about Sinners. Talking about Sinners ain't no great movie. Sinners just a regular old vampire picture. They want to downgrade everything that we do. They want to destroy our history, take black history out of the, calling it DEI. This fucking country is whack, man. This place is whack. I served in the military, man. I was getting dogged out by them crackers in there all the time, man. That shit wild, bro. Then you come back to the States after being injured in there, they don't even want to give you no money for your injury. Talking about, oh, you ain't injured. Well, why the fuck you give me a percentage if I ain't injured? If I ain't injured, I'm not supposed to have nothing. Trying to get that shit raised so I can actually live decently out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, bro. And then they out there, but they can go out there and go to islands and shit in private planes. And all you black people that went to Epstein Island. What the fuck you doing on that island, man? That little ass island. Fuck y'all doing there, bro? They showed the island. Wasn't no place to really kick it except for one place, the little house that they had right there. Y'all out there freaking them kids and shit, man. I can't rock with R. Kelly or Diddy. I can't feel sorry for O.J. Simpson. Y'all turn y'all back on your people. Now, Diddy, was you trying to empower blacks by trying to start up your own distribution? Yeah, that's why they got your ass. But see, the thing is, I don't have a problem with what you was trying to do to help, and plus you did so many other motherfuckers dirty in your organization from Big. We know the story about when Big died, he was supposed to be on Rolling Stone. And then that nigga said, nah, don't put him on Rolling Stone. He dead. He said that. Go look it up. Instead, that nigga told them to put him on the cover because he had an album coming out, his solo album. That's all Diddy ever wanted to be. He wanted to be a recording artist. But see, he wanted to be one of the first niggas to be a recording artist as well as rap. But he wasn't the first nigga to do that. Dr. Dre was the first nigga to do that, as well as Eazy-E. Eazy-E wasn't no rapper. He was a producer. His dope money is what started up NWA. Dre and them had to coax him into rapping. And his first record, because he gave the 10 grand to help everybody out and keep everybody going. Yeah, Diddy a snake for sure. Been a snake. And so we supposed to feel sorry because he a black. See, that's the problem with us. We have compassion in our hearts, but we hate each other. It's weird. It's like a nigga will shoot a nigga and then a nigga will shoot another nigga, go home, go to sleep, and wake up and see Diddy went to jail talking about that's fucked up, Diddy in jail. Nigga, you just saw another black nigga last night. We don't like each other, man. And I blame it on slavery now. Don't get it twisted. Slavery's a bitch. Slavery has fucked us up psychologically forever. We ain't gonna never be right because of slavery. Because in slavery times, you couldn't walk down the road with your slave master going to the store and another slave master's coming down the street and they say, don't you look at the mother niggers, you keep your head down. You know why they used to do that? You might see one of your family members or somebody from your tribe or something like that and make some kind of connection with them. They didn't want no communication. They didn't want you to read. They want you to be dumb. And they just want to point at that cotton or them tomatoes or them potatoes or whatever and say, pick. Pick till we say don't pick no more. That's the world we live in. Goddamn right, that's the world we live in. And you get a millionaire, a billionaire damn near, and these dudes are not taking their money. But I'm guaranteeing you this. I'm sure that they have sat in meetings with them, the powers that be. We don't know who that is. And they've told all these rich people like Diddy, Dre. It turns out Jay-Z, I always look at his face and how arrogant dude was. I used to call that charisma. Like, yeah, that nigga arrogant. But he got charisma. And he does. Jim Jones, the motherfucker, not the rapper Jim Jones, he ain't got no charisma. Bum, get him out of here. Yeah, I'll tell it to his face. Nigga fuck around try to hit me, he gonna get stabbed in the neck. You ain't got no damn style, nigga. You was up there twerking on the video with Cameron. What nigga shakes his booty, turns his back away, his back to the camera and start jiggling his ass? What kind of man does that? So I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about motherfuckers that's really out there being a creative industry. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like that, you gotta stay squeaky clean, man. They'll have something on you. You have to stay squeaky clean if you're gonna try to help your people. But I can guarantee you they took them niggas in a room when they get to a certain amount of money and say, I would advise you not to try to help black people build neighborhoods. You know who's doing something like that and nobody talking about it, even though it's only for his family? Lil Boozy. Boozy from Shreveport, Louisiana, bought up a whole bunch of land and he done built a fucking pond, a big ass lake. He built a whole bunch of fucking houses. I think they're container houses too. He used containers and built a whole little area for him and his family. Nobody ain't gonna ever be homeless. Only certain people, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some people that's been excluded from that, and they probably rightfully so should be excluded for whatever reason he deems the reason. But that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Dwight Howard, even though he's, kind of weird, Dwight Howard then built whole neighborhoods, and nobody talks about that. They don't show that on the news. They rather show Drewski and Kai Sennett, and I show Speed, which I don't have a problem with none of them niggas. I don't at all. I'm a content creator. This is the content I talk about. I talk about hip hop, movies, music, politics, real shit. And hopefully getting to a point where I'm sure you're going to ask yourself, okay, this dude's doing his thing. He's growing. Wait till somebody on here going to say, wait till this motherfucker get to where those cats he's talking about is. He's not going to do nothing for nobody. He's not going to do this for nobody. He's just running his mouth. He's just this. I know one thing. That's some bullshit. And I never said, let's just say I get $10 million tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to have somebody become my investment advisor. Somebody who I can obviously look in their eyes and say, you fuck my money up, that'll be the last thing you do. And also that person look them in the eye and say, look, I know this ain't a lot of money and I want to invest a large portion of it so it can continue to generationally make me wealthy and my people. But I also want to help some strangers and I want to start a nonprofit. If I only help 2 people a year, that's more than you did. If I only help 2 people a year, because I'm not just going to just be giving out money to undeserving people. And I hate to say it like that. If a motherfucker's sleeping on the sidewalk somewhere, I guarantee you he'd like a home. And if he doesn't like a home, when you talk to him, you're going to know what type of person they are. And you're going to know that person is not deserving of you blessing them with what you blessing them, because some people can be frustrated about what's going on out there. I totally get that. But you also have to look a gift horse in the mouth and say thank you and understand that this don't have to be happening for you. And also when you do have somebody that come out their pocket and bless you, let's just say you completely fucked up. You're not on drugs. Circumstances have just got you outside. You just can't catch a fucking break. You just can't. You can't catch a break. And somebody that's got millions like me in the content and all of that, and I show up out of nowhere and I go, damn, man, what's going on? And then you tell me, and I'm looking in your eyes, and it's genuine frustration, genuine want to do better. If I could do this, if I had a roof on my head, I could do such and such. I could do this, I could do that. And for real, you see, if I see it in your face, if I get to know you and I see, you finna get blessed. Because I'm not finna put some bread or give somebody an apartment for 3 years, rent paid, or buy them a little bitty get around vehicle and gas it up and slide them a few dollars in a couple of bank accounts for them to go fuck that off. Not doing it. Now, as a giver, really, you're supposed to just give and be done with it. Now, if that person fucks up your blessing, that's not on you. But I don't want to do that. I don't consider that losing my money if I give you some money. If you gave somebody some money and walked away and didn't think about what they did with it, you still gave of your heart with no mentions of what you think they should be doing or any recompense for them giving you something back or coming back later going, that you bless me. I don't need that. God got it. God say go do that. You do that and that's it. But I also don't want people to get something just to fuck it off and be in the same position they were in before. I'm not in the business of doing that. I'm investing in humanity if I'm doing that. You're not just investing into a business. You're investing in the people. And that's what companies should be thinking of people when they hire them for a job. Excuse me, damn. When they hire them for a job, my apologies. You're investing in people when you hire somebody for a job. That's why they put you through so much in the interview process. Because they're trying to, the money they're going to be giving you to come do this job is an investment. It is. And people got to see that as such.
Oh, there is this woman that admits that the Grammys are rigged.
Is the award
rigged like a motherfucker?
I'm just, yes.
this. But clearly the DOJ did not want this to get out because this is crazy. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them. Now, I don't know about you, but when someone gets convicted of the same story over 10 different times, and then it's over 20 different times, and then it's over 30, and the same exact stories are being said by different victims from all around the world, which many of them are also suffering the same fate of going missing. However, the ultimate connection between all of these stories seems to be Donald Trump and Epstein. So it's no wonder he was deathly afraid of this coming out, because this would be the death of Donald Trump. Now let's get into a couple more of these allegations the DOJ and Trump wants nobody to see. Victim reported an unidentified female friend who was forced to perform oral sex on President Trump approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. The friend told Alexis she was approximately 13 or 14 years old when this occurred, and the friend allegedly bit Trump while performing it. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting Trump. The friend said she was also abused by Epstein. Next one, and this is crazy right here, because Elon Musk accused Trump and Trump accused Bill Clinton. How would all three of you know that all three of you are in the Epstein files? And why are you accusing each other if you're all in the Epstein files? Because we have not heard Trump say anyone's name more than Bill Clinton. Now let's take a look at this reporting right here. At age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported that she was sexually assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, 2 twin brothers, Alan and Oren, lured Caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Oren raped her best friend and a third brother, Ty. A 14-year-old.
Now ask yourself why God has seen fit to have Trump sitting in the Oval Office taking shits on himself. He can't even control his bowels. For those who don't know, Donald Trump had a really bad drug problem. His heyday was during the 80s and 90s, when he was, going to Studio 54, partying. He's one of the billionaires that used to like to party and do drugs. He was a coke. He started to sniff speed. They would crush and sniff speed, and speed has been known to and that's the reason why he always sniffs. If you notice, he's always, when he speaks, he's he used to do, if you look at some of those earlier videos, he was really still sniffing speed when he ran for office the first time. He's steadily gotten progressively more and more unhealthy. People say, well, he's getting older, of course. But there's people that's his age that are in really good shape, and he's the president. All the previous presidents, even Bill Clinton, all the previous presidents, Bush too, they've been seen jogging. You have not seen Donald Trump. The reason why people love him, all these crazy white people love him, and they're fat and they don't have no teeth, is because they see themselves in that fat fuck. They see themselves unhealthy and they think it's okay. They see themselves going to Burger King and they think it's okay. They see themselves eating KFC that's not even real chicken and they think it's okay. I'm fat and I've been victim to this fucking shit. I'm drinking water by the fucking gallon trallon now, trying to get some semblance of health. And all the food is processed in the stores now. Everything is processed. It's been that way for years. You can't eat nothing without some kind of artificial preservative in it. And this is the reason why Americans see Donald Trump as, certain Americans see Donald Trump as this champion to them, because they see so much of themselves with the swollen ankles and the farting and the shitting on themselves. All those people, all these people love that dude because he looks like them. It's not because Obama obviously doesn't look like the white people in America because he's black. But they hated Bill Clinton. They hated President Carter. President Carter was one of the nicest, most God-fearing, one of the nicest men in the world. And they said he was too much of a nice guy. He was a punk. And all of the leaders around the world would push him around. That could be further from the truth. Jimmy Carter was, when it came to foreign policy, he's the one that got the hostages back. Yeah. Great negotiator. They got the hostages back. He got the hostages back, and they said he gave up too much to get the hostages back. And so a lot of the Republicans and conservatives at the time didn't care if the hostages came back as long as he didn't do some of the things he do to get them back. Go figure this shit. This country's crazy, man. When you got good people running it, they hate that shit. They hate a good person running this. They're loving the fact that they got this psychopath in there, and I don't understand why. Everything he's doing is working against them, and they don't give a shit. The entertainment business, politics, everyday life. I know you go to work. I hear, man, I just talked to a friend of mine in Atlanta, Uptown Kitty, and she was saying how she has so many issues with the other side at work and the way they be acting. There's no reason for this shit. They're fucking evil. They just, damn, bro. Damn, they're justifying touching little kids, man. They're justifying touching little kids, little girls. If you got a daughter, I got two. It's breaking my heart, this world. You know what I'm saying? I already knew. I mean, you can't vote your way out of depravity. You can't vote your way out of psychotic people being in office. What if that's the only choice you had was two crazy motherfuckers? That wasn't the case this last presidential. I had black dudes that I knew was, I ain't voting for that bitch. I don't fuck that. I don't want no woman as no president. For why though? Just because she a woman? They had no answers for why they wouldn't vote for her. Other than that, I ain't put no chicken on. Oh man, the fuck, man. What she gonna do? What do you mean? What is she gonna do? Y'all motherfuckers to be honest with you, man, I don't give a fuck who in there. It don't matter. It ain't gonna matter. I don't know what side of the fence you on, but I'm on the side of the fence of actual mentally stable motherfuckers supposedly representing me in the country that I live in. A lot of people don't know this, but they done ran off several American citizens that then left this country to go to other countries that don't even have as good a system as this country used to have because they that fearful. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. This has been a real somber Corner Store Podcast episode, man. It's been a real treat to keep bringing you all of my live streams, all of my shorts and my videos. I got some new videos coming out of previous live streams. They're gonna be on my videos in the video section. Also, my reality check music, my EP that I released has been re-released after some accidental stuff. And it's on every streaming platform right now. Reality Check by me, OMD300. Reality Check is my baby. Check that music out, man. Keep watching the channel. Become a member of the channel for sure. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe first. Hit the notification. Become a member. And also, bro, just realize that, ain't a lot we can do but try to as best we can. You know what I'm saying? This your boy OMD, man. I'm going to catch y'all this Thursday on another live stream, Corner Store Podcast. Let's get it.